You are a fucking animal. Genuinely. Obviously. As a human being, the only thing that separates you from the rest of the animal kingdom is that you think for yourself a little bit too much. Because you take that away and you're just impulses. You're just a monkey. And the people behind your phone that run Instagram, that run Facebook, that run TikTok especially, that run Pornhub, they know that you're just an animal. They don't give a shit about your self-perception, your goals, your mental health. They just know that they can keep bringing you back to them. That they can hijack your amygdala, that part of your brain that has impulses. They can hijack your dopamine system to keep you coming back and making them money. Because they're animals too. Greedy. Evil. Power hunting. To know this, to know what you truly are, is necessary, because we're all playing characters in life, pretending that we're more important than everyone else. You are just an animal, and that's okay. Because especially as a man, your life journey is learning to tame that animal and stop letting it control you. Because if you keep letting that win, you're not only going to be controlled by it, but by those that know how to control it as well. And it's not your fault how you're wired. Our brains aren't that different to how they were thousands of years ago. That's why people have sugar addiction, nicotine addiction, alcohol addiction, porn addiction. It's all a dopamine circuit, which subconsciously we think is survival, but consciously we know is destructive. Being an animal is good and bad. In the sense that if you can strip away everything, all those distractions, and you can live at your rawest form, those can be some of the best and purest moments in life. I mean, not being on your phone for a day and just spending all day at a beach. Going out and hiking in the wild. Experiencing the cold. Hunting even. Fasting for a while to get things done and then having a properly nutritious meal. These are all good things that make you feel primal, but in a good way, right? Putting your primal rage into the gym. Sexual desire, if done right. But all those things can also be used against you. Hunger, junk food, sexual desire, porn, anger, going on fucking Twitter, right? There are two sides to you. There is the animal, and then there is the self, right? The part of you that thinks for itself, the part of you that is aware, that is conscious, that has goals, that wants to be better, and the part of you that is just trying to survive, but is very misguided. And with all these hormones and testosterone flowing through your body, your life is figuring out how to perfectly blend the two. Because one without the other is either a robot or just impulses, but together it's perfect harmony. But to get there, you have to work, meditate, do things that are good for you, know when to look out for distractions and damages, especially on devices like this. And sometimes it's fun to let yourself be more of an animal, to let that out a bit more under controlled situations, or maybe not even controlled situations, as long as you always bring it back. But the fact of the matter is, you always have to bring it back. And when you let your animal free, what damages are you coming back to? How worth it was it? And this is what I mean by perfect harmony. I notice in those that are so, when it comes to the animal and the self, they are so fixated on just being disciplined and this spiritual being that they completely lock away their animal. But you know what happens, bro? That animal gets hungry. And it gets hungrier and hungrier and hungrier, and eventually this person, without knowing it, lets out all this pent-up animalism and they do something terrible. Maybe they cheat on their wife, maybe they get really drunk and drive their car into a tree, maybe they really hurt someone. And that's all because instead of working with their shadow, their animal, they repressed it. You need to find the balance, brother. It's the pain and beauty of existence. Human beings, what complex little creatures we are. But to be aware of it is the first step. To be aware of who you truly are. Kind of. Say less. Do more.